Now, I'm gonna react to this video. I was watching another react of the react. I've already watched it. So we're gonna rewatch it with you guys. Just to let you know, I have watched this already. You get in trouble if you do that. Like if you react to a video and you've already seen it, people get mad. They're like, "Why our streamers already watched it?" It's just like, yeah, because sometimes we have to see if it's worth reacting to. Can't just blindly react to stuff, you know. And we will watch this together. This is regarding Star Citizen and the latest stream they had, and it's titled "I Can't Believe They Streamed This."
You remember that whole Bloody Mary thing from back in the day? Spin around in front of your bathroom mirror 3 times, saying her name, and she'll appear and steal your soul or something. That was never real, but what is real is if you stand up and spin around 3 times in front of your computer screen saying Star Citizen's name, it'll appear and steal your money. Even just invoking its name probably sent people into a sweaty, frenzied panic. Over 14 years in development and over $1 billion in crowdfunding, by the way.
I just want to touch on that part there. 14 years in development, $1 billion in crowdfunding, over $1 billion in crowdfunding. You can't gloss over that. You can't just let that. You can't just go, whoa. That's a big issue. That's a big reason. I'm not gonna say issue. That's a big reason why it's under such scrutiny. That's why people are harsher with criticizing Star Citizen than they are with other games because of that. If that wasn't the case, then the game would probably get less hate and less scrutiny. But when you're talking about 1 billion in crowdfunding, 14 years in development, you asked for it. You simply asked for it.
And it's still not complete, nor is it even close to tinkering around with the notion of being complete. And it's still a broken mess. This is a game that I still loosely pay attention to, keep my finger on the pulse of, because it is just a fascinating environment, because it has...
I'm going to qualify before we get into this, where I'm at with Star Citizen. The last time I played, this is a pleasant surprise though. The last time I played Star Citizen, I had the most fun I've ever had with the game, right? I played it for like, I think 2 months straight. That was the longest I've ever played Star Citizen, in days in a row. And I actually grinded and bought myself a Hull C, which is the best trader in the game, right? At the time, probably not anymore. And I had so much fun, and I was having a great time, but I hit a wall because the gameplay loop that I liked the most, especially with the Hull C, the gameplay loop that I liked the most was broken. And it wasn't just broken. I had like a 20, I think at the end of the day, I had like a 20% success rate. So 2 out of my 10 trade runs would fail. I mean, 2 out of my 10 trade runs would be successful. The other 8 would fail. Whether it be at the lift, whether it be at docking, whether it be something the game crashes randomly, I had a very, very small success rate. And I really love the gameplay loop. The trading gameplay loop was so good with the lift system and moving the packages and stuff. I love that stuff so much. And I had to stop because I got tired of it failing. So that's pretty much where we are. That's pretty much where we are with Star Citizen. I just haven't. Everything I want to do is broken. Everything.
Has these ups and downs where it ebbs and flows, where the community is sometimes very happy with like an update that gets rolled out, then another update comes out and it completely ruins everything, where it's an unplayable, irredeemable mess that is just rife with greed. There are just so many like very scummy practices Star Citizen gets away with, and it is just a wild ride every time I tune in to the latest happenings in this soap opera. And today I saw Kira uploaded a video called Star Citizen's Disaster Livestream, and this has to be up there with one of the wackiest moments I've seen from Star Citizen's development hell.
Context: they've just played an unscripted version, like an unscripted playthrough of a mission in the game for an hour and a half roughly. it's been really bad, it's broken, it doesn't work. They're really passively aggressively interacting with each other because of how broken it is and how frustrating it is. And this is how they end the stream. They've just wiped and just watch.
Yeah, we have to respawn and go back, right?
The awkward.
We might well be locked out here now on this build. Wait, well.
At this point, we're at time, guys.
Yeah. Oh, right, fair enough. We lost.
Wow. So, we're at time. It's your show. Wrap it up.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Those words are like venom leaving his mouth. Big Boss comes in. It's your show. Wrap it up. That's like the slogan to Star Citizen, to be honest. That basically puts a whole bow on the entire project here. $1 billion, 14 years in this developmental hellscape. I was in high school when this started, by the way. Like, holy shit. And then on stream in front of everyone, hitting him with that mic drop, throwing him under the bus, putting him on the spot to, like, really awkwardly send it out after this complete disaster. It feels like everybody at the company hates each other. That's what it seems like. Like you're just working with your worst enemies. It's a nearly 2-hour montage of bugs that completely halt progression and them just getting frustrated at each other's throats. Like, it is more somber than a funeral. This is like a 2-hour humiliation ritual, and it feels like it's the first time any of them have ever even played the game. And it is, like, I can't express enough, it is buggier than fucking Ride to Hell Retribution. And it is felt throughout the entirety of it. They keep getting more and more hostile to one another and keeps building to this crescendo of, like, toxicity amongst them. All of it just unfolding live here. And keep in mind, this is supposed to be a showcase of what it looks like with the makeup on. Like, this is optimal settings for them. This is, like, supposed to be... This is what it can reach. This is what it can look like when we're done polishing it, getting it fixed. This is what it looks like. And then bang! It can't even work under the most ideal of circumstances for their own live stream to promote it. It's fucking wild. And
So, having done many of these dog and pony shows, that's what we call them, dog and pony shows, these demos. And they were on an internal build too. So, I think now it's on PTU, but I think at the time it was on an internal build. Having doing these dog and pony shows, you rehearse these and you kind of script them. You know, you go, you know, if it's like you want to cover this feature, you want to cover that feature, you want to cover this thing, that thing, show this off, and whatever happens will happen, right? And you got the strictly scripted ones too, where you have to basically say certain words at certain times, and then you go to the next thing. Warframe is really good at scripted demos. If you ever watch their demos at TennoCon, it's like everything is laid out in these chunks, and it's just like everything's scripted, and there's like very little room for things to go wrong. In this case, though, I think they just say we're gonna wing it. They just say we're gonna wing it. We're gonna go in. We're gonna get 4 devs, and we're just gonna do the mission, and we're just gonna play through the mission. I think where a big disconnect is with this is that there were known bugs. And I think one of the known bugs, I'm learning this after the fact. One of the known bugs was that if more than one person dies, then the mission is bricked. The mission doesn't work anymore. And you have to start over. Everything, you can't get out. I think the guy even said that I'm locked out of this build because of conditions. So I don't even know if they can reset, but they were locked out, which is why they had to abruptly end the stream because more than one person died and they couldn't get around this bug. There was also some other bugs that you're going to see that happened during this live stream. And it just goes to show that this was not ready. This was not ready for the type of demo they wanted to do. If they were going to do a demo, they should have made themselves invulnerable. Now, I've seen devs do that. But they turn on God mode. If you got a bug that it bricks the mission, if you die, then just don't die. How do you prevent yourself from dying? Turn on God mode. That's to me, they could have easily explained that and got away with it, and things would have been a lot better. Things would have went over a lot smoother if they say, hey guys, you may notice that we're not going to be taking damage, It's because of a known bug with that we're going to address before we get it to you. Reassure the people that this is going to be fixed, even though half of them probably think it's not going to be fixed. But try to reassure them that, hey, we know about this issue. This is how we're going to deal with it. They went in there just like guns blazing and like, I hope we don't die. Oops, we died. GG. It just shows a lack of preparation of that demo. Now I think that was the biggest issue with this whole thing, is that they weren't prepared for this demo, because the game was definitely not in a good state to show off going in like that. So while I'm not really making excuses for Star Citizen, I really think that's why this live stream really flopped. It's because they just weren't prepared to do what they were trying to do.
Again, I can't express enough just how much they seem to hate each other.
I'll play it for you.
So, Twitch chat, I'm going to ask you a question. How, obviously this is in PTU, you guys can play this, what's your average time that you get through this, and what's your experience? We were talking before how long it's going to take us with our impeccable skill, as you've all seen.
Ollie, you've just fully opened up to them being like, oh, can't time it because it don't fucking work.
Well, you can
we
time
know it doesn't, we're working on it, but they're going to say it, know they are.
Twitch chat isn't going to hurt you, Elliot. It's okay. You'll be fine. Relax. We are just here to discuss and enjoy and share development. Yeah. That's what we're here for.
Knight Rider is going to have his work cut out for him.
Oh, I'm done.
That is such a weird response to that. He's trying to engage with the community while all this is...
Yeah, that I agree that was a weird response, but I've worked with people like that. That could be just his personality. That could be just his personality. It's just like, hey guys, now the Twitch chat's going to do he probably was joking, and then they probably have known each other long enough to where they don't take it personal. I don't know. This is kind of reaching. I don't think this was that big of a disaster
going on, and then having another developer dogpile on top of him like he's trying to recover a fumble. Like what was the goal there? He's trying to ask questions and talk with chat and be somewhat useful, and then one of the other devs he's playing with is basically just biting his head off for it and fighting him on it. And this bickering is happening constantly. It's a lot of team killing, a lot of passive aggressive snide remarks. It's so weird because this isn't CCTV footage here that got leaked. This was a planned stream. Did they not think that maybe they should be friends first and have some kind of chemistry, or even at the very least enjoy each other's company before publicly putting themselves out there with this product that also didn't work at all, by the way? But it's made it even worse having to watch and listen to all of this arguing and hostility between them. It made me so uncomfortable just going through the lowlights here of this stream. It felt like I was at my friend's house watching his parents fight in front of me.
This guy has convinced them to
It's a good analogy. At my friend's house watching his friends. Is it bad to have a group of guys talking smack? It's not bad, but it's just, it can look unprofessional if you don't understand people's humor, Because everybody knows that one guy that has this really brash personality that if you don't know the guy, you think he's a total idiot. And I think that Elliot guy came across that way. Not Elliot, but the guy who was, I don't know their names, but the one who was saying don't say that or whatever, he was against the other guy. I just think that was his attitude. I don't know. I didn't look too much into that when I saw it. I was like, they're just having fun. They're just having fun. It could be worse. I don't know. Maybe they do hate each other. I don't know, but we'll see.
All that they've done here, bear in mind, is show the game as it currently works on an internal dev build in the most perfect scenario possible. And the game is so broken still under the most ideal circumstances that everyone is pissed that this guy has convinced them to show the world how broken the game is.
It cannot be overstated just how outrageous it is that even under the most ideal of circumstances here, this is fucking Ultra Instinct mode build for Star Citizen, this is still how functional it is. And that's what they're showing. This was an unscripted playthrough of it, as it currently is, under the best possible conditions you could manufacture.
That I agree with. I think that's what makes this looks bad is because they had control over everything. They had control over everything and it flopped. So ultimately, that's their fault. Ultimately.
And it was unplayable garbage. And now the guy who proposed it here is getting completely spanked by not only his peers, but also the higher ups there at the food chain who are all very upset that this is now happened live in front of their whole community.
Yes.
I want to reiterate something we said at the beginning of the show. We are keenly aware of the instancing technology performance-related problems on the PTU right now. We see it.
The PTU being the public test realm, basically.
It's why the content was delayed from its.
Does it bother anybody else that they call it PTU, but everybody calls it public test realm? I think public test realm was very popular with WoW, World of Warcraft. So everybody got to. Why PTU doesn't stand for public test realm? There's a U. That just bothers me. I don't know.
Original July release to August. It's why it's still not out. We're very, very aware, as you are, as we are, everybody's are, to have a live stream today.
To be honest, I don't know what it stands for. I'm assuming universe. I think it's public test universe. I actually don't know. But everybody calls it PTR. Now, I'll be honest with you. I know what they mean. I know what they mean when they say PTR. Everybody knows what they say. It just bugs me a little bit because he said in the same sentence. He was like, we're playing on a PTU, which is the public test realm. And I'm just like, oh, please say it correctly. I don't know. It bothers me a little bit.
Where we just show what we're already very aware, and you're seeing the same thing you can see on any number of Twitch streams. It doesn't really serve much purpose. What we decided to do today is show you the intended design.
You want to hear something weird? Come closer. Have a seat. Y'all want to hear something weird? Watching this is making me want to play Star Citizen. I have a problem. I like playing broken games for some. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Fine. Show you the intended purpose, show you the goal, show.
Yeah, to see where it stands right now. That's a big part of it. To see if everything is still broken that I thought was broken before.
What's that?
It's just motivating me.
What's that, brother?
I got a problem, man. Something's wrong with me.
Show you how it's supposed to work once the issues with instancing are resolved. We thought that was a much more valuable use of our time.
So this live stream was showing you how it's supposed to work.
And man, did they ever show us how it was supposed to work. A glorious demonstration. Greener pastures right around the corner. It's so close. And in classic Star Citizen fashion, it's coming. No doubt about it. And when it's there, it's going to be perfect. $1 billion, baby. Worth every penny. So he goes on to elaborate that in context, he believes they were referring to like the ability to even play it in the first place, to like get into the mission based on like the comments and stuff. But I think what they really wanted to show is how it can look under optimal conditions, like once it's fully fixed.
Watching this, some of you guys may know this, but there's a high turnover rate on community managers in video games. They don't stay there very long. And I'm shocked that Jared guy is still there. Because he has taken so much heat. He has taken so much ridicule. I don't think they're paying him enough. I don't know what they're paying him, but I don't think they're paying him enough. And there's a reason why people quit being community managers after a few years, because it wears you down. And I think Star Citizen is probably the most scrutinized game out there. So it's amazing that he's still there.
Fixed, but even under optimal conditions, it is nowhere near being playable. And it's already been, like, delayed, apparently, which is, again, classic Star Citizen. It's just such a disaster. Holy fuck. It is the gift that keeps on giving, and the only gift it's giving is coal every Christmas to the people that put their hard-earned clams into this project.
I happen to have a med gun on my down, but I hope I don't cause a party.
So I
right?
can't heal anyone, just letting you guys know.
Just loot my body.
No, because I'm down as well now.
Max.
Max, no pressure.
Lock in,
Time to
Max.
clutch.
Guys, I can't read
We're
my
gonna
gun. It's
die.
broken. Help.
Alright.
No, I'm just. You carry on.
No, I can't. My guns are messed up. They're struggling.
Just yeah.
Oh, I'm stupid.
You chilling,
Chat
Ollie?
for a while, guys.
You can't handle their strongest potions. I saw bugs in this demonstration I haven't seen in any other game. And I play like actual Steam dumpster trash constantly. It is wild the poor state that Star Citizen is, even under the best conditions for things like this.
So I just want to echo a lot of people in my community and others. They kind of agree with this, even though they're still playing it or they like the game. They will tell you currently, right on August 19th, 2026, the state of Star Citizen is not the best. It's been a much better state than what it currently is in. There's a lot of good things that's happened, but a lot of bugs have been introduced. And there's a lot of things that have gone wrong with some critical game features. But I think the consensus among the community is that, hey, things could be a lot better right now. They could be a lot better right now.
It's just a catastrophe, man. And it still blows my mind that they even did this stream in the first place, that they were convinced that this would be a good look or a good idea to showcase it. It really does feel like they've never even touched the game. Because if they did for even just 15 minutes is all it would have taken to know that this is unplayable and unpresentable. That this is a apocalyptic nightmare scenario if we were to broadcast this to the community that has invested over $1 billion into this 14-year-long, never-ending development cycle on this fucking game. Like, how would they not know? How would they not see all of the glaring issues? They literally couldn't even complete the content. And again, I can't stress this enough. Why do they have such horrible chemistry amongst each other? Like, they really do not like. I had more of a positive experience in public Xbox Live lobbies at the end of a heated round of Search and Destroy with people screaming into the mic than these four do playing with each other and working together. It's like when you take a dog to a dog park and like some of the other dogs just don't get along with it, so they start barking at each other. It's so weird. There
was a thread that made me laugh on the Star Citizen subreddit because people have been posting very negatively on there lately, which is funny to see, saying happy 10-year anniversary to Squadron 42 being completed. On July 22nd, 2016, a senior QA dev at CIG stated that he played through every level of Squadron 42. Happy 10-year anniversary. Only 2 more years of polishing, folks, while you wait by Idris, which is obviously tongue-in-cheek joke.
That's so funny. Because I remember this. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was like, oh, they're going to release Squadron 42. Chat, that's been 10 years ago. 10 years where this dev said they played through every level of Squadron 42. And then it was almost ready. 10 years. 10 years.
To go and spend money in the cash shop because don't worry, it's definitely coming.
I had completely forgotten how long it had been for Squadron 42 as well, which is another CIG game that is now celebrating its 10 years of being complete, but just not quite ready for release. They still drop teasers on this every now and then. I watch every single one. It looks okay. Like, it looks fine from the little tidbits that we get fed. I don't think it looks like anything groundbreaking, but even that, which is just like a single player like experience, like a story driven experience, even that is 10 years late. And I didn't even remember them saying that they had completed it 10 years ago. They played every mission, and yet a decade later it's still not here. That sounds like a lie. Did you complete every mission? Does anyone at CIG play the games that they're working on is my big question now.
People are, of course, posting the quality quote by Chris Roberts in March of 2015. By the end of this year, backers will have everything they pledged for, plus a lot more.
I'm down.
Are you both down? I'm trying to get to Max.
Down?
I'm not. Is everyone down apart from me?
No, I'm up. I'm up.
Oh, you're up. Okay.
Hey guys,
It's the
so at
amount
this
of,
point, 2 of you are down.
devs that I've
Ollie.
left to die.
Ollie,
Left to die.
Elliot, you gonna pick up your buddies?
I'm on my way.
You pick up your buddies?
Doing
Yeah,
it.
we're trying.
All right. So while they're attempting to resurrect
There's
their
no
fallen
attempt.
comrades,
Well,
oh, you're not attempting.
There we
Not
go.
attempting.
See?
I'm gonna do. Hold on.
Alright.
The thing is,
There's
it
an
was just
enemy.
a
So
nice
while they're
survive,
attempting-
to be honest.
Ain't that the fucking truth? They are getting everything that they were promised and so much.
Oh, that's rough to watch. That's rough to watch.
Embiggen.
Hey, Craig Allen, welcome, dude. Good to see you, man. Congrats on your stream anniversary. I don't know what that's from. Like, my anniversary is not until November, at least I thought it was. But here we are in August, and I got a stream anniversary. Thank you, man. We're reacting to this whole Star Citizen video. I have no idea. That last interaction was kind of cringe. That it's like, you gonna raise your buddies? You gonna raise your buddies? Now, I don't know if they're joking or not, because passive aggressive and sarcasm sometimes it's hard to detect if you don't know the person. He could have been just joking around or not, I don't know, but it seemed a little weird.
The stream was and how uncomfortable it was. So you have him begging like, "Hey, guys, you gonna pick up your buddies? You gonna pick up your buddies?" Like almost ASMRing it. Like it reminds me of like almost like PBS programming at this point. Like, "Hey, about your buddies, you gonna pick them up, please?" Like it dawned on everyone how awful this was, but they just couldn't bring themselves to pull the plug until, it became actually impossible to progress any further at all, and it was just kaput. But man, it was torturous.
What did you think of Siege? Good time. I enjoyed it. The cinematics, the immersion was good. Yeah. Jared, you say goodbye, or you say goodbye? No? Okay. Luke?
You can see it. I'm super proud of what these guys are doing here, and it's help us get this out. Help us get this out so that you can have the same experience that we had today.
Fucking cinema, man! Like, it's just
I actually can't believe he said that. So that you can have the same experience that we had today, and it was a buggy mess. I don't think he cares anymore. I really don't.
Stare.
I don't think Jared cares anymore. I think he's checked out. Like, he's just like, have at it. I'll have fun.
Sign me the heck up then, I guess.
beautiful
Lord.
train wreck of a stream, man. I love that. Do you want to come say goodbye? No, you don't. Me? Yeah, I continue to just
They
get
didn't
here.
have a plan for failure.
Fucking slapped
Did
around.
anyone say,
Okay, yep.
what if this doesn't
No,
work?
don't want to say goodbye.
What
Okay,
do we
yep.
pivot to?
And then the other guy coming up. So yeah, a lot of good work here. Really excited. So you get to have the same experience that we just had today. Best of buds, guys. Yep, best friends. You got to see it. We had such a blast. So much to enjoy here. Working hard. And you'll get to have this much fun soon, too. It's just...
To me, that part of the stream was the worst. Where after the train wreck, he says,
People leave.
after the train wreck, he goes, we hope you have the same experience. That was the worst part. All the other stuff was like, okay, things are buggy, blah, blah, blah. But to say, we're excited. We want you guys to experience what we experienced here today. It's just like, no, I don't want to experience that. Please, no, stop.
Amazing. Now, Kira then goes on to show the funding and how it's not slowing down. Like, Star Citizen has had over a decade of horrible publicity as more and more people have started to question, like, well, what's going on? When are these things coming? Like Squadron 42, also still nowhere to be seen on the horizon, despite 10 years, apparently, of being completed after playing through every level. Star Citizen can't even begin to put the word complete in the same sentence as that game.
We're excited for you
And
to
yet,
be frustrated
it is
and
still
annoyed
getting
and yell at your
millions
friends.
upon millions
Our main
upon
player
millions
game.
upon millions of dollars in crowd backing every single month.
But then if you want to understand why social media doesn't matter, just go and look at the funding, and bear in mind that this video came out on the 5th of August. And it makes no difference because just 6 days later, they raised $500,000 in a single day. And then the next day, they raised almost $400,000. And they're still, week by week raising millions of dollars, a couple million this month, million this month. It makes no difference. They could show
That's wild.
the worst thing you've ever seen, and people are still buying at unprecedented levels. It was only 2 months ago they raised $44.6 million in a single month. Like, there.
How?
Perspective. 44.6 million in 1 month.
Is this money laundering?
Over $1 billion. We're going to start climbing towards
Bonabong.
$2 billion at this rate.
Unfathomable to me. Because again, it has been a decade of people showcasing this game is nowhere near complete and many times throughout its lifespan unplayable. Yet people still keep ferociously spending hundreds, thousands of dollars in their game, raising millions of dollars every month that just goes who knows where, fucking into the back rooms over there at CIG, because it's not leading to them actually getting any closer to making this game functional or playable or complete.
Serenaded Abyss, I wouldn't be
Not only
surprised.
just Star Citizen, but
Jesus
Squadron
Christ.
42 as well. And it doesn't matter. Kira is 100% right. It doesn't matter what they show. It doesn't matter how bad it is. The community is still locked in so heavily financially, they can't stop themselves from forking over all of these doubloons hand over fist constantly. It's wild. And that's why Star Citizen has been such a captivating topic for me that I can never resist the urge to dive back in and at least take a peek to see what's going on.
That's exactly what I just said. Just watching this makes me want to go in and just see if it's actually that bad.
Because it doesn't matter how bad all of it is, objectively is, and many times not even functional. It still makes millions. More so than tons and tons of complete polished AAA games or really successful games. They get dwarfed by Star Citizen. Star Citizen's crowdfunding is reaching GTA 6 level budget at this point. It's comical. It is actually so silly how much money this game continues to generate despite having, I would say, very inexcusable levels of quality produced with this money. It's weird, it's crazy, and that live stream had me hooting and hollering. So yeah, that was great coverage from Kira. There's also a lot of Star Citizen YouTubers who have covered that stream that are really disappointed with the direction of Star Citizen and how things are panning out post $1 billion now. But I don't think any of them are going to stop spending anytime soon, nor do I think CIG is going to be completing anything anytime soon, or really fixing anything and getting it rolled out perfectly anytime soon. So yeah, I just had to yap about this. That's really about it. So yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what else to add to that other than it just doesn't stop. I feel like we've had the same conversation 5 years ago. Anybody else feel that way? It feels like we've been talking about Star Citizen this way, that they've pumped so much money in the game and it's still not ready. It's been at least, it comes up every so often. We keep having this conversation. Yet and still they're making 42 million, 46 million in a month. So I think it's safe to say that nothing's going to change. If, for real, you think about it from a business perspective, it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep making ships and shipping a broken game. You'll make more money than any game out there without even making a game. If you're looking at the business model, somebody's probably scratching their head going, man, they really cracked it here. They really got a great business model. So I don't know. I mean, the game, like I said, it was the most fun I've had doing space trading out of any space sim I've ever played. It was so much fun when it worked. Keyword, when it worked, and it just didn't. It barely worked. Not even 50% success rate. Some of the most frustrating fun I've had. That's the best way to describe Star Citizen. Some of the most frustrating fun I've ever had. And I thought Elite Dangerous was bad when it came to frustrating fun. I'm having so much fun, but it's so broken. Is it going to change? I don't know. That live stream, though, that was a disaster. I think
This
objectively,
is what video game companies are chasing. All
I
of
think
this support with
objectively,
minimal
you can
product
say
releases.
safely that live stream was a complete disaster. There was no good to come out of that, other than the negative press. And sometimes negative press can bring, like I said, I want to play. Charlie says he wants to play. He wants to go check it out. So maybe the negative press will bring people in. Hey, people say Star Citizen is really bad. Let's go see if it actually is. You got your player count rises because you had a terrible, disastrous demo. Your player count doubles. I don't know about doubles, but it's up there. Anyway, check this video out. This is Charlie's video on Star Citizen. I figured that we'd look at that, and hopefully Star Citizen will get better. Hopefully Squadron 42 will release, and maybe that $1 billion of crowdfunding will actually amount to something. We'll see.